What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Climbing Hold News Reviews. I'm your host, Dr. Z. Today we're taking a look at Toe Jam Holds, which is an older company, but now revitalized because they've got a brand new owner, Christopher Neal, owner of Capital Climbing and shaper extraordinaire. So he is bringing us some brand new series here, and we're going to start today with the Homage Rails. So the Homage Rails are actually an homage to Louis Anderson, who is, of course, a very prolific master shaper. He did a series of rails that were screw-on only for a company called Crater Climbing that is now defunct, so you can't get those anymore. Luckily, we got these now. So I have actually climbed on these, not these particular holds, but I climbed on them at my buddy Andy Nelson's house, who is a shaper and owner of Method Climbing Grips. He put them on his 45-degree wall. It was one of the hardest boulders on the wall. It was really challenging, but it was very fun. The holds feel great. And what's really interesting about these holds, probably the best aspect as a route setter, is that they're very different depending on where you grab. So if I grab here, for example, you can see that's not really all that deep. If I grab a few inches down, that's much better, much more positive. So they're fairly unpredictable in terms of, unless you really know these holds well, they're fairly unpredictable in terms of where you grab them and what you're going to get. So that's really going to be great for on-site attempts. I can definitely see these in comps for that reason. And just a slight tweak or turn is going to make that much more positive or negative in terms of grabbing it. The other cool thing about these is that we can form some pretty cool little slots and things. This one maybe doesn't fit together as well as some of the others, but you can make some really cool little finger cracks. Not that I want to grab that as a finger crack. That doesn't sound like much fun to me, but crack climbing is just really not my jam. So there's the extra large rails. We also have the large rails. This is set 3. There are 3 different large rail sets with 5 holds each. Again, also screw-on only. These ones are a little bit more like half-moon shaped, at least this particular hold is. We've got another one here, a little bit more superficial in terms of the depth of this, but that's going to be cool because you're going to be able to change the difficulty of the hold. And here's another one from set 3. So we also have set 2, which is a little bit smaller than set 3, but really still very much the same feel. In fact, these remind me a lot of the Legacy Climbing Rails, or the Legacy Climbing Holds, Legacy Ascension, there we are. Reminds me a lot of those holds, and I think that's a really good thing. Those are some of my favorite holds. I've got them in purple on the wall behind me right now. Really fun, and I think this set is actually going to mix and match really nicely with that set in terms of what you can do with them. So moving down, we've got the number 1 set, definitely a little bit more superficial, a little bit of a scoop. Here's a perfect example of what I was talking about. That's not very good, that's much better. So depending on where you put this, where your climber has access to it as a route setter, you can really make a lot of variations in what you're setting. So I'm a big fan. I'm excited to get them up on the wall. We've got 2 of my route setting buddies coming over today, Jordan and Brooke. You guys haven't met Brooke yet. She's awesome, and really excited to put these to the test. I think these ones probably are going to go on the adjustable wall, so we will test them and see how they climb. All right, guys, stay tuned.